Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk all about how my stroller for 2 kiddos is going to be set up for both the airport and travel day and also for our vacation to Mexico. Let's go ahead and get into it. Well, hey friends, I'm Corina. I'm a wife and a mama to 2 little ones, and our family is in the midst of preparing for our family summer vacation. We're heading to Mexico this summer, and I could not be more excited. So today I want to talk to you guys about our double stroller and how I'm going to set that up and have it all prepped and ready to go for traveling through the airport and also while we're on vacation. This is going to be 2 different setups in this one video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Guys, before we get started, I do want to say my kids are 3 and 5.5. My son will be like a month shy of turning 6. So my kids are a little older and they're also pretty tall. They've both been in the 85 to 90 percentile, 95, 100 percentile their entire lives. So they are not petite little ones. So when I wanted to purchase a double stroller for our travels, I wanted to make sure that it would accommodate a pretty high weight. And this guy fit the bill. So this is the Britax Be Lively Double. We've had it now for almost 3 years. We've taken it on tons of trips with us. One of its very first trips was actually to Hawaii when we went 2.5 years ago, and we have gone to Disney with it and all kinds of things in between. So we love this stroller. It works so well for my family and for older, slightly bigger kiddos. So I highly recommend it. And what I want to say is if you can't find this exact stroller or you want something a little different, there are tons of options. Just make sure you do your research, comparison, watch videos, all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the stroller. Let's get into our airport setup. Alright guys, before we get into how the stroller is fully set up for the airport, I do want to say that one thing I love about this stroller is that it has 2 single operating canopies. So this is really great for my kids at their ages now, but especially when they were younger, because sometimes they want the shade up, sometimes they don't. They never are at the same point with wanting the shade. So it's really nice to have something that they can control themselves. I will also say the stroller is dirty, okay? It's used. So it is not just like sitting around hanging out waiting for a sunny day. It gets used and abused. So I'm probably gonna wash it when we come back from our trip, but I'm not worried about that right now. So anywho, I do not worry about the buckles now that my kids are older. My daughter will play around with this and buckle in her her baby dolls and stuff, but that's not a concern for me. The one thing I do wish it did had were built-in cup holders on the sides, because it does not have any cup holder on the side. And you guys, we'll talk about that a little later. That's fine. That hasn't been an issue for us. It does have snack trays. So if you're looking for snack trays, it has little adapters and snack trays. We are not bringing those on this trip. So that is one thing important to know. I'm just skipping the snack trays altogether. One, I don't think it's great to gate check your stroller with the snack trays attached. So if you're going to bring snack trays on your stroller or for your stroller, you need to figure out a way to accommodate them in either your checked luggage or your carry-on. Do not hand your stroller off to the gate attendants with the snack trays attached. I can't tell you how many stories I've seen of parents who get their stroller back from gate checking it and the snack tray is broken. So just leave it off. It's an accessory, so it's not meant to take the wear and tear that the frame of the stroller does. So keep that in mind. Another great thing I love about this stroller is that it has this storage compartment down here where you can unzip and then easily access whatever you have underneath the stroller. So both sides do that. It does not have the stay put footrest, but that has not been a problem for my kids the entire time we've had this stroller. And like I said, Ella, we've had it for almost 2.5 years, and so Ella was not even 2 yet, and she hasn't had any issues. So okay, let's talk about how I have it set up for the airport and why, honestly. Alright guys, my goal when we are getting through the airport is to have a streamlined, simplified setup on our stroller. So that is what you'll see right here. I have what I'm calling my diaper bag. It is technically a diaper bag. Obviously I don't have kids with diapers anymore, but I'm bringing the Petunia Pickle Bottom Boxy Deluxe backpack for this particular trip. I love this bag. It is spacious, but what I'm using it for is a little bit different. I'm actually using it as like the purpose of like a tote bag essentially. So what I find is when I'm going through the airport, especially with my family, is that we end up needing a place to just kind of shove things. So let me show you what I'm planning to do. First of all, it has this great little zip in the front, which is perfect for your phone or gum or whatever you want to just throw in here really quickly. It does have 2 insulated bottle pockets, which are super generous, and they really don't dig into the inside of the bag, which I love. It also has this compartment back here, which is a perfect compartment for your laptop. It has padded backpack straps, padded backpack straps and a luggage sleeve. Okay, so those are some of the features of it, but what I plan to do is actually have this flap, for the most part, kind of flipped back, and then have this bag basically open as if it were a tote bag. And the first thing that you'll see in here is my sling bag, which I will carry with me and I will basically have on my body. So my sling bag will be my quick, easy access bag, which will have all the things that I would carry in my purse. So any medicines we need to grab really quickly, my wallet, our passports, boarding passes, all the things like that will be in my sling bag, and I will actually have this on my body. However, when we go to board, I will want to take it off. So I will just slip it back into the boxy deluxe bag right here, and it will be just tucked away, ready to go. This video is not supposed to be about what's in my bag, but this is just kind of how I'm using it. So then I'm also going to have a little cooler bag, which will have some lunch in it for us, which is a key thing for us because this flight is actually going to be at lunchtime. But overall, this bag will basically just take the place of a tote. So I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but when we're traveling, we just end up with stuff in our hands. And especially me as the mom, I end up just like holding random stuff that came out of either, my kids ran into a little store with dad and picked up a snack, or I have boarding passes or whatever. So I need a space to put all that stuff. And so this is going to act as my kind of catch-all little thing. So when we go to board, I will take my stroller clips off of the stroller, okay? And the stroller clips will stay on my bag and the whole thing will come with me. Now let's talk about the other thing I have on here, which is my kids' cups. Now, because we're not doing snack trays, I wanted a good place to have their cups for while we're in the airport. One thing I also love about this stroller is that we could tuck their cups right into these pockets here, and that's a very convenient, like easy place to grab to have those as well. But I do have this Mickey clip that I want to bring with us for the trip, just for easy access to some extra storage. She just slides on and off really, really easily, and I love that. And it makes it very easy to actually grab my kids. Makes it really easy to grab my kids' waters off of here and hand one to a kiddo as they need it. So we have quite a few options for storing water bottles, but I love this hook and I always bring it with me when we have our stroller out. It's just so convenient to have some extra storage. So that's kind of the back of the stroller. Underneath, I have my kids' entertainment bags. So I did end up switching over to using their backpacks because I wanted to go ahead and put their snacks and their entertainment stuff all together in one space. So I was able to do that with their little backpacks down here. These are from Darling Dream Co., which is a small shop. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out because she's coming out with a new line for fall, for back to school time. Definitely hop on it, especially if she has a pre-order. So anyway, their backpacks are both right under there. They fit perfectly, and I don't have to worry about carrying them through the airport, which is great. The only other bag we will have will be a bag for my husband, which he will carry, and it's really not going to have very much in it. It'll have like some snacks and his tech stuff, and that's it. So this is our stroller setup for getting us through the airport. I know that doesn't seem like much, but my goal when we're going through the airport is streamlined, simple, and easy. So I want things to be easy to remove and also easy to get through, security and like the checkpoints and all that good stuff. And then also easy to reload as you're getting off the plane. I cannot tell you how awkward it is when you're getting off the plane and you're like on that little aisleway and trying to get your kids in the stroller and your stuff set up and like all this stuff, or you're trying to carry everything and push the stroller and drag the kids, and it just gets to be chaos. So If I can keep it simple, I will. And that is my absolute goal, to keep it really simple and really streamlined and to just go with what we actually need. All right, we've talked about the stroller setup for the airport. Let's talk about how the stroller will be set up for our actual vacation while we're enjoying Mexico. Just like that, she's now set up for all of our adventures in Mexico. Let's go ahead and go over everything that's on my stroller and how we plan to use it during the trip. So the first thing that you guys can see here is my Petunia Pickle Bottom Deluxe Wonder Caddy. So this gal can absolutely do it all. So here's how I plan to use this. Number one, I'll probably put my phone right here in that little slip pocket. I can also just slip it right inside of the caddy. You guys can see I have my kids' water bottles now on either side. I also have a little thing of snacks for them because we always need snacks, especially if we're out in the sun and in the water and all that. We always need some snacks. I do have all of the wipes on this guy. Okay, I've got some wet ones right here. I also, in my zipper compartment, have some Clorox disinfecting wipes in case we get to like a table or something that we want to wipe down before we eat. This pocket is absolutely huge. It would totally fit some diapers and a small pack of wipes, which I do have right back here. This is like almost empty, but it would totally fit that pack of wipes, as you can see. Look at that. That's amazing. So pack of wipes and diapers would totally fit in here. Extra swim diapers, if you need that for your kiddos, would totally fit in there as well. So I love that. There's also these two great little slip pockets right on the front, which are so great for organization. And then I also have some Dr. Brown's nose and face wipes. I love these for my kids for wiping noses, cleaning off faces. I don't have to worry about like what's in them. So those are great. I always have a couple packs of those with us. And then on the back of this caddy, let me try and show you. It actually comes with a built-in little bag. So this is amazing if you have anything that's like, you want to use this as a wet bag or a garbage bag, or you want to just pack an extra outfit for your kids, but you don't necessarily, have an extra bag to throw it in, or whatever the case may be. Gives you a lot of options and versatility. You could also pack some snacks in here. You could throw some fruit in here, things like that, and just have it here kind of out of the way, but easy to get to. The next thing I have is our Mickey hook, and I do have my water bottle on that hook, just because I left this spot open because, to be honest, I'm on vacation. I'm probably going to have some sort of like a smoothie, a coffee, like something fun that is going to take more priority in this spot than my water bottle. So I left that open. I'll probably also have my husband's water bottle on this hook as well. And again, we can also put them in the pocket of the stroller itself if we want kind of some more room. Let's talk about the other bag on here, which is the Petunia Pickle Bottom tote. Now this is an old school style. I kept seeing this tote on Mercari, like resale sites, and I just thought it was so good and so practical for all of the summer outings. So I went ahead and picked one up, and it is pre-loved, but it's honestly in such great condition. So I got a little tassel from Amazon because I thought that just made it a little more vacation vibes, and I'm completely obsessed. I think it's so stinking cute. And inside of this tote is where I'm going to have all of our supplies for being at the pool and the beach and all that. So I've got our sun hats in here. I've got my kids, I've got a swimsuit for everyone in the family in this little Ziploc bag. And I have a bunch of beach and pool toys in here. So I will load this thing up while we're on our trip, but this is just packed right now, and it will actually go into our suitcase just like this, so that when we get to our resort, I can open up that suitcase, pull this bag out, and then while we're waiting for our room, we can go right to the beach. We have everything we need packed in here. So I will also have things like transferred from my diaper bag, like our first aid kit, a couple little activities for my kids, some snacks, things like that. So this tote holds so much. I was taking it to our swim lessons for a while, and I've been using it all over town. I'm completely obsessed, and I want Petunia to come out with like 1,000 of these, and I would buy everyone. So I'm hoping they do a resurgence in totes because I would be a happy mama. I'm using the same stroller hooks from my Boxy Deluxe from the airport setup. So that is why it's so important to walk through your entire setup for what you're going to need for your whole trip, not just the airport, the entire trip. Because I don't technically need stroller hooks to get through the airport. I could wear the Boxy Deluxe on my back. But for this bag, I need stroller hooks. So I need to make sure I had a way to get them to Mexico. So there's the stroller hooks. They will be right here. I'll probably bring a couple extra carabiner hooks just because I do have some extras, and that's nice to have on hand for extra things. The last thing I want to talk about on the back of the stroller is this wet bag. Now, if you guys have seen any of my stroller setups, especially for Disney, you know that I use a wet bag for trash. So this wet bag will live on our stroller, and it will be for trash, for, you know, when we're eating a snack and we need to wipe some hands and mouths, or we're cleaning up a surface or blowing a nose, or whatever the case may be, eating something that we get a wrapper from, we can throw it all in here, and then before we go back to our room, at any time, we go ahead and dump it out so that it's fresh and empty, ready to go. And then when we get home, I throw it in the washing machine and it washes up beautifully. So I love having this wet bag on the side of the stroller because, you know, nothing will leak out of here because it's a wet bag. So it's nice to just have that contained and one spot for all the garbage so that garbage does not end up in your stroller caddy. Can I get an amen? That drives me nuts. So I love that. All right, let's talk about my kiddos and what we added for them during the trip. So the setup for the kids is almost identical to how it was in the airport. We just added fans. So we have 2 stroller fans over here. They have 3 settings. They charge by USB. You could hook something, like use this like basically as like a battery, like an external battery too. But these are gonna be awesome for my kids. And my hubby and I will have handheld fans. And what's great about these is that because of their bendy little legs over here, you could take this off of the stroller and set it up on a table if you're lounging at a table or eating lunch or something and you just kind of want some air circulating. So we love these. We always bring these to Disney with us, and I'm super excited to bring them to Mexico too. So that's really it for my kids. They're not at a stage where they need the little like tag along straps, although if they did, I could put 2 right here, and then whatever they had, you know, a water bottle or a snack cup or something, and it would just be connected right here in the middle, and then they'd still have their fans. So again, not bringing their snack trays. I don't feel like they need it. My kids are at the age where they're hopping in and out of the stroller so much that the snack tray just kind of ends up being in the way. And as you guys probably noticed, I don't have anything in the bottom. So we'll probably save the bottom most of the time for like towels, or if we happen to have like one of the kids, you know, some extra activities for the kids that we stick down there, something like that. Or if we bring our backpack, because we will have a backpack as well as my beach bag. So that is actually everything for how we're gonna set up the stroller in Mexico on our vacation. Okay, so that is my full stroller setup for both getting through the airport and being in Mexico on our beach vacation. I hope this is helpful. Let me know in a comment down below what your favorite hack is that I shared with you today, or favorite item on my stroller for either setup. And if you guys are new and you've made it all the way to the end of the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I love sharing content about traveling with young kids and where our family goes on our adventures. So until the next adventure, I will see you soon, friends. Bye guys.